So what we've got is a 400-foot 16 millimeter film on a metal reel that appears to be fused, which means trying to wind it off the proper way using a set of rewinds most likely will not work because the film will either be stuck to itself or it will start breaking and just causing overall damage to the film itself.
It is amazing what technology has enabled us to do in this age. We are capable now, today, in 2016, to capture image content off of original motion picture film from the 1920s, the 1930s, and the 1940s in ways that were impossible just a few years ago. My name is Lindsay Zarwell. I'm a film archivist at the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, and today I am in our off-site storage facility where we house, store, and preserve our original film materials. Today I'm going to talk about Robert Gessner and his collection of films and photographs that he donated to the Holocaust Memorial Museum in 2014. Robert Gessner was a Jewish-American screenwriter and the author of several books. In the 1930s, especially in 1934, he was very interested in the rise of anti-Semitism in Europe at the time. When Robert Gessner traveled overseas, he carried with him a movie camera and he also carried with him a still photographic camera. He was very keen on capturing the life of Jews before the war in Paris and in Berlin, in Vienna, also in Minsk and in Palestine as well. He captured at least 10 reels of motion picture film and hundreds of photographs. The film reels arrived to us and immediately we could tell that we had a little bit of a situation. Motion picture film is very vulnerable and is fragile, and it can deteriorate when it's kept in poor conditions. The films were in pretty poor condition, severely deteriorated, compromised, very badly shrunken, and there was an odor emitting from the reels themselves that we in the archival profession call vinegar syndrome. In most cases, it's not. You take a deep breath. This is the chemical composition of the decay of the physical film itself. We work very closely, especially with Color Lab and Video Film Solutions. This particular film lab is a state-of-the-art facility. They work with old equipment and new equipment in order to create high-level motion picture preservation copies of films and to scan severely compromised and brittle film and to make that accessible in a digital format or in a physical format for future generations. They are able to rescue the content, the visual and oral content of what is on that piece of film, on that frame of film, and we are able to see what is there, what was recorded by Robert Gessner in the year of 1934. And we, not only we as archivists, but we as in the public or documentary filmmakers, academics, scholars, can evaluate this film and reinterpret and interpret history. One of the most important things that Color Lab did with this particular film collection was a replasticization process. The film is carefully hand unwound off of the projection reels into smaller individual little reels. And then a chemical compound is put in with the films, and the fumes of that chemical compound actually bring a plastic feeling back to the film. So actually bring the film back to life, to a pliable situation where it can be put on to a scanner and the film itself can be captured and reproduced in a digital format or reproduced into a film format. It's a very time-consuming process. In this case, the Gessner collection took 6 or 7 months in order for the replasticization procedure to work to a place where we could put the films onto a very high-end 3.5K scanner and scan those films without compromising the original film. When the films come back to the Holocaust Museum, our main goal is to catalog them and to make them accessible for researchers, for the public, and for filmmakers. We place the film copies into long-term storage, into climate-controlled storage, and in that way we don't cause any unnecessary handling to the original materials. Robert Gessner's pictures and motion picture films of the Jewish life in Berlin, in Vienna, in Paris is so rare and so unusual. And it's something that we have very little evidence of. The time by which individual people take to take out a movie camera, put in a reel of film, record an important or significant experience for them, and then decide through family members to donate it to the Holocaust Museum. It's my job, but it's not only my job. It's important for us to take that stuff and to make it accessible to many, many young people, to teachers, and to do our best to show what this one person felt was important during that period.